And in this video, we are going to learn a bit more about Celo and what this blockchain has to offer and what their mission is. We are also doing this as part of a tutorial on Dacade. Dacade is an educational platform and they're giving you a reward when you complete courses. So the course that we are doing together is a Celo Development 101 course. And with that course, you learn how to build your first blockchain application. It has 3 modules and the first segment of that course is learning about Celo. To get access to this course, sign up using the link in my description of this video and you'll create an account and you'll be able to take part in this course, and if you complete it you can get that reward. So Celo Development 101, what is Celo?
It started simple. A token, a symbol of hard work, of skills, for trust between people. Money was meant to be exchanged for things created and services provided. It takes many forms, both plain and shiny, honoring leaders of the past and those leading us into the future. Somewhere we lost our way. People waged wars over it, big and small, concerned more with growing interest on $244 trillion in debt than growing communities. And many people are left out. 1.7 billion invisible, left behind and underserved. But what if money were more accessible to everyone? A universal symbol for essential needs, for empowerment and connection. People, communities, entire countries prospering. What if money were all of this? What if money were beautiful?
That must be the most moving video I've ever seen, not just about blockchain, but about money. Like what? Just the concept of rethinking money is something that I've never really spent time doing until blockchain technology arrived. But in this video, we are going to talk about Celo. Celo stands out to me because this is not just a blockchain platform that's trying to solve the money problem when it comes to automating money. I think they genuinely care about how this money is reaching communities that normally don't have access to the same kind of resources that most people in the Western world have access to. So one thing that struck me about Celo from the earlies is the fact that they're focusing on mobile. So it's crypto for mobile. And you might be thinking, why focus on mobile? It's already available online, you can use your laptop. But if you look at the statistics, there are lots of countries or lots of regions where most people are not accessing the internet with a laptop. They're using their mobile devices and they probably never will use a laptop. So we have to think about, if we are trying to make sure that the unbanked becomes banked, then we have to make sure that there are applications and mobile devices that they too can use. So they say that they are a mobile-first blockchain that makes decentralized finance tools and services available to everyone with a mobile phone. So firstly, for a developer, the thing that you might care about with Celo is how do you build on the Celo blockchain? Well, Celo is Ethereum compatible, which means it uses the Ethereum virtual machine, and you can use Solidity and Web3.js and all of the technologies that you're used to using when you build for blockchains like Ethereum and even Polygon.
One thing that's quite unique is that this is a mission-first company that then looks to use the right technology versus a technology-first company that tries to find.
I love that. A mission-first company versus technology-first. Okay, so we have one more part to go through for the Celo introduction, and that's the Celo interview. Okay, so let's see. So what exactly is the Celo platform? So they're describing it as a stack of new blockchain software core libraries that run on that blockchain, meaning the Celo blockchain, and end user applications, including a wallet application that communicates with that logic. So this is similar across many blockchains. You're going to have a blockchain, you're going to have tools to use the blockchain, you're going to have a blockchain explorer, wallets, and other types of software like that. Celo is a blockchain and it shares code with the Ethereum code base. Being a blockchain, it uses cryptography to ensure security as well as decentralization. So you do have people all over the world with the option to run a Celo node. It's an open network. And like Ethereum, you can build applications on the Celo blockchain. You can build using smart contracts, and a smart contract is a piece of code that is deployed or saved on a blockchain that can then be executed, and it can update the state of the blockchain. Because when you have a blockchain, every node that's running the blockchain, they have a copy of the blockchain state and the blockchain's history. So when you have a piece of code that's deployed on the blockchain, that code can change that state across all the nodes that are participating within that blockchain network. Because it uses is the Ethereum virtual machine, you can write code using programming languages that you can use for Ethereum. So you can write code with Solidity. Every blockchain has a native asset because this native asset is normally used for incentivizing the miners who run the blockchain, as well as for transacting, as well as for payment. So they say that the native unit of accounting on the Celo blockchain is the Celo asset. So it's called the Celo. Accounts on Celo uses asymmetric cryptography, which means you have a public-private key pair. The public key, anyone can see it, but if they have the public key, they're not able to derive the private key, and that's what gives it the extra security. So the public key is like your email address, and the private key is like the password to your email. Except anyone who has your public key, they can send assets to you, such as Celo or Celo stablecoin. So every time a user interacts with the blockchain, they have to send a transaction. And in order for a transaction to be sent from a particular wallet, the person sending the transaction have to sign it essentially using their private key. So only the owner of an account can send a transaction on the blockchain. So an example of a transaction is like sending assets. I can send you Celo tokens. So I'm going to sign the transaction using my wallet. I don't actually have to think about signing it, but that's what the wallet software does. And because my private key is in the wallet, I'm able to sign the transaction and send, let's say, Celo assets to you. So example of activities you can do with a transaction is you can send assets, you can execute a function in a smart contract, and you can also create a new smart contract. Mind you, every time you do a smart contract on a blockchain, you do have to pay for gas fees, especially Ethereum blockchains. Of course, there are different blockchains that might have a different model, but for Ethereum-like blockchains, you do have to pay gas to the miners every time you create a transaction, but currently the gas fees on the Celo blockchain are very low. We refer to a blockchain as a ledger for simplicity, but actually what happens is you have a group of transactions that are confirmed on a block by block basis. So a bunch of transactions will be put into a block, and a block normally has a maximum size. That block is sent to all of the nodes on the network, provided that everything on the block seems accurate based on the blockchain history, then that block will be confirmed, and so on and so forth. So you literally have a chain of blocks, and the previous block has information about the previous block. So if I said I had 5 Celo assets and then I send 2 to you, now I have 3 Celo assets. So in another transaction, I can't magically get 3 Celo assets again. So we look at the chain history to figure out what is my current wallet balance and what is a valid transaction that I can make right now. So I don't know if the Celo network actually implemented EIP 1559. So that would be something interesting. If anyone knows, please comment down below. Let me actually quickly Google. So it does use EIP 1559. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. So very much Ethereum-like. So that was really nice. I really love the videography from Celo. I want to see more. I want a video for each for each page. It's so nice. So now we learned more about Celo. We understand that they're a mission-first blockchain. So they're not just a blockchain for the purpose of we're going to use blockchain technology. They have a mission, which is to bank the unbanked and underbanked. You know, they would like to see some changes to the way that we transact money across the world and the access that people have across the world. And I love that. And they're also mobile first. They are mobile first. And this way it makes it possible for many people around the world to have access to these new financial systems to improve their lives. So that was really moving. Definitely take a look at the Celo Development 101 course. Sign up using the link in my description. And there are 2 other modules, smart contract development. I do have a video about that on my channel. If it's not posted by now, it will be posted a week from now. And then finally, you can build a front end for an application. So you can create a whole Dapp, a whole decentralized application deployed on the Celo blockchain by the end of this course. And on top of that, if you do the challenge where you submit your own creation using the code that you learned before, you can earn 100 USD. That's not a bad deal. You get skills, you get money. I mean, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Celo and if you heard of Celo before, if you've used Celo, or if you know any other blockchains that have similar missions like Celo. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.